In the quiet cafe on the corner of a crowded street, Adrian sat with a cup of black coffee growing cold in his hands. Outside, people hurried past as if time were summiting tea cold autumn, but inside him there was a stillness he had not known for years. Only a few months earlier, his mind had been restless, always checking his phone, always waiting for a message, a call, a sign that he still mattered to someone. He had built his worth on being needed. Now, for the first time, he was discovering what it meant to simply exist without begging the world to notice him. He remembered how it had started. A steady stream of small compromises. Staying up late for conversations that went nowhere. Canceling his own plans because someone else suddenly had time. Lying at jokes that hurt. Apologizing when he had done nothing wrong. He thought this was love, or loyalty, or kindness. But with every yes, he spoke, something inside him grew quieter, smaller, almost invisible. That morning, he had wakened before the sun and sat by the window of his apartment, watching the pale light grow across the city. On the table lay a warm copy of a Stoic text, its pages folded, lines underlined. One line had stayed with him, echoing like a bell in his chest: "You will earn the respect of others by first respecting yourself." It had not shouted, it had not demanded, it had simply stated a truth that had always been there, waiting for him to notice. The bell above the cafe door rang softly, and Sophia stepped inside. He knew her steps without looking. Sh moved the way Sh always did, as if the world awed her space. For a moment, old habits tried to rise within him, that familiar urge to smile too quickly, to make her comfortable. But he remained still, breathing slowly, feeling his heartbeat, allowing it to steady him. "You didn't answer Sh said as Sh reached his table. There was accusation in her voice, wrapped in sweetnesses. "You wrote in the middle of the night," he answered calmly. "You were always awake for him before." "Yes," he said, "and I was always tired because of it." Sh frowned, confused, as if the rules had changed without her permission. Perhaps they had. He noticed how strange yet peaceful it felt to speak honestly. There was no anger in him, no desire to punish, only a quiet clarity. He was not rejecting her. He was choosing himself. Sh sat opposite him, searching his face. "What is happening to you, Adrian?" "I'm learning when to stop driving more than I have," he replied. "That doesn't make em cold. It makes em careful." The words surprised even him with their firmness. A strange warmth replaced the old anxiety in his chest. He realized he did not feel afraid of losing her approval. In fact, he no longer craved it at all. "You didn't come when I called you yesterday," Sh said more softly. "I was busy, doing what? Living my life." Silence settled between them. It wasn't bitter or tense. It was simply real. In that silence, he could almost hear his own thoughts clearly for the first time. He thought of the nights he had spent waiting. The days he had wasted. The pieces of himself he had quietly driven away. And then he thought of the morning sun, the book, the line of truth, and the calm that had followed. "I miss the old you," Sh finally said. He looked into her eyes and offered a small, peaceful smile. "I don't," he said. He was lost. He just didn't know it. For a moment, Sh seemed to see him differently, as if noticing him for the very first time. Not as someone who waited, but as someone who stood. Not as support for her world, but as a separate world of his own. "And where does that leave em?" Sh asked quietly. "It leaves you free to choose who you want to be," he answered. "And it leaves em free to protect my peace." Sophia slowly stood. There was no drama, no argument, no final desperate attempt to pull him back into the past. SH and United Honest, accepting submitting SH equal not change, and walked out into the fading light of the evening. Adrian remained seated for a while longer, listening to the soft sounds of the cafe, the hum of voices and clinking cups. For the first time in a very long time, he did not feel empty. He felt whole. He realized then that true boundaries were not meant to punish others. They were meant to honor himself. And in honoring himself, he had quietly taught the world how to treat him. He finished his coffee, stood, and stepped outside, carrying with him not the weight of loneliness, but the strength of self-respect, which was far warmer than any company he had ever known.